What's up guys, it's Jochen aka Leyodemus and welcome to a Versus5 competition between Team UK and Team Rest of the World. In one of the 5 challenges, I will face Football Manager Maniac and we will try and score as many league points as possible with Standard Liège in Belgium, with a little restriction that we can do any transfers. If you want a more detailed explanation about the competition and if you want to see the draw, feel free to check out this video because Mr. Custer Prophet himself is kind of the mastermind behind all this. And he has a beautiful video in where he explains everything. Just know that we have 2 teams, Team Rest of the World, which I am part of, and Team UK, where Football Manager Maniac's a part of. In each challenge there is 1 point to gain, so we have 5 challenges. In the end, 1 team will win. As I told you, me and Football Manager Maniac have the challenge to manage Standard Liège in Belgium. For 1 season, whoever gets the most points at the end of the season wins. So we're not going to do the playoffs, it's just the league points that matter. Cup competitions, European competitions, we do not care. So you could say, well, that's easy. You just, play 11 under 17 keepers or whatever in the first cup game and you won't have to worry about it. Well, yeah, but will that not totally destroy our mental state and our team cohesion and whatnot? So I don't know if that is such a good idea, but those are like little things you have to be considering when doing a challenge like this. Also, we will do 5 episodes, the first of which is today, and we will release them at the same time at our own channel, of course, so you guys can see and compare who is doing the best/worst in this challenge. And of course, in the end, only 1 manager will win the point for his team. As I already mentioned, we do have an extra layer of restriction in this challenge, being we cannot do any incoming transfers for that whole first season. No loans either, so we simply have to do it with the players that we have available when we start up a new game with Standard Liège. Speaking of which, let's just start with having a look at the players that we have. For the striker position, I am using a target man and an advanced forward in most tactical systems. And luckily, we have 2 players for both of those roles. We have Obi Ulare, he is 6'6" and he is a giant beast of a man and a good header. Heading 16, balance, jumping reach, strength. Right up there, he's only 24, so he is a decent talent. But we also have another target man, Felipe Avenatti, a 27-year-old guy from Uruguay. Basically the same story as Ulare. He is 6'5" and also the same attributes pop out: heading, teamwork, jumping reach, balance and strength, all in green, baby. So I am really loving these guys as a target man. Combine that with this guy as an advanced forward, Duje Kop. He is from Croatia, he's even an international. 30 years old, a somewhat older player, but hey, finishing 15, free kick taking also 15, which is awesome, and he has a decent work rate for a striker. So he is probably, I think, going to be my main goal scorer, in combination of course with one of those 2 target men. Then on the wings we have a couple of decent players, man. We have of course Mehdi Carcela, a little bit of a, I'm not gonna say a bad boy, but he has been around, man. Look at this. He started out at Standard, then he went to Russia, came back to Standard, went to Portugal, Spain, Greece. He is kind of a journeyman. So now he is 31 years old, but of course he is a very technically gifted player, dribbling 17, first touch 16, technique 16, flair 18, which is insanely high. And he's also still pretty fast, although he is 31 years old. So he is one of my best wingers. I can play him on both sides, really. As is this guy, Maxime Lestienne, 28 years old, and It's kind of a similar story than Carcela. He started out at Mouscron and Club Brugge. He went to Qatar, went to Italy, Holland, Russia, Spain, to come back to mighty Belgium, of course. So now we have him at our disposal. Pretty fast, acceleration 15, space 16. Not as technically gifted as Carcela, but still a very valuable player for this squad. At the number 10 position, should I be using it, we have this guy, Selim Amala. He's a 23-year-old guy from Morocco. Can pretty much play on the wings as well. But, I mean, as a number 10 in an advanced playmaker role, he is pretty decent, man. Off the ball 15 is like his best attribute. He's maybe like somewhat less than our wingers, but still technique 14, which is quite okay, especially for the Belgian competition, so we can work with this. Then if we drop down one line, we come into the center of midfield. We have this guy, Samuel Bastia, advanced playmaker, Mazzala, deep lying playmaker, can pretty much do it all. Same story as the previous guy. It's not a world-class player, but remember, we are playing a top 5 team in Belgium. His acceleration is good. I mean, this is pretty much all you need, though, in this competition, trust me. And let's have a look then at the wingback position, which I tend to use, I'm not gonna lie. We have a couple of guys who can play on each side of the pitch. The most important one is this guy, Collins Fai. He is a regular starter, 27 years old, from Cameroon. International, by the way. He is 2-footed, which is awesome. He is pretty fast, he is pretty balanced, and I don't really see any cons. He could be better in the defensive department, I'm not gonna lie. Marking 9, yeah, but then again, his more attacking attributes, crossing 15, man, how good is that? Bravery 15, determination 18, he has a driven personality. I really like this guy. And then at the center of defense, we have without any doubt the star player of this squad, Zinho van Heusden. He left Standard at a very young age to go to Inter Milan in Italy. Couldn't really make it happen there because, of course, also he was still very young. He came back on loan to Standard, and finally Standard bought him for 11.25 million. This guy is basically a wonder kid. I know he is already 21 years old. He's valued at 10 million. But look at this, man. Determination 15. He has a resolute personality, 3.5-star current ability. Basically has no cons, although he is fairly susceptible to injuries. But that's about it. He even has a flair of 15 for a ball-playing defender. His defensive attributes are more than okay. Passing 15, vision 12, technique 12, heading 14, so he's good in the air. He's 6'2". Once again, without any doubt, for me at least, the star player and our captain, Mr. Zinho van Heusden. And to conclude this player overview, we of course have our goalkeepers. Our first choice goalkeeper is Arnaud Baudard, son of Gilbert Baudard, who also used to play at Standard. He's a very decent sweeper keeper, man. He's 22 years old, 3-star current ability. He's very one-footed, and that's his only con. So I think we are more than okay in the goalkeeper position. As far as tactics go, I choose to use 2 systems. First of all, I have the Certitudo tactic, which you might seem familiar with if you have seen my Stuttgart über alles series, which comes out every Saturday and every Sunday. So for more details on this tactic, I kind of suggest you just have a look at the series. Let me know what you think about it, because as far as I'm concerned, this is an awesome tactic, especially against stronger teams. And yes, we do have a couple of stronger teams in the Belgian league. Anderlecht, Club Brugge, you know, like the big 3, Racing Genk also. And I guess against those teams, man, this tactic might come in quite handy. In short, it is a counter-attacking system, but there is also some pressing going on because we do have an extremely urgent pressing intensity. We have some standard lines of engagement and a defensive line, and basically we are playing very narrow to explode once we win possession of the ball. The other system will probably be our main tactic. I've designed this especially for the Standard Liège squad because there are a couple of players I do really want to play in certain positions. For example, I am combining a target man with an advanced forward because we have two huge target men who can play here perfectly. Combine that with this guy that I showed you, Douye Kopp, as an advanced forward. I guess we have a real goal scoring threat here, man. Also, we have Lestienne as an attacking winger on the left and Carcela as an supporting inside inverted winger on the right side of the pitch. In the middle of the field, we have a defensive central midfielder and a supporting deep lying playmaker. Also, because I also use that in my other system. So if you use the same players in the same position, role and duty in different tactical systems, it doesn't really mess up their tactical familiarity that much. That's the sole reason why I'm also using those two roles in this tactic. Defense-wise, it's kind of the same story, although I am using fullbacks instead of wingbacks, and I'm only using one ball-playing defender in Zinho van Heusden, of course. Now, I am still tweaking this tactic because we have played through preseason. Let's just have a quick look how that went, shall we? Because we did pretty okay. Now, we didn't play any big teams, do not get me wrong. And this home draw against Amiens, who are in the second league in France, yeah. Today, we are playing the first game in the league away at Cercle Brugge. Here we go, Cercle Brugge versus Standard Liège. Tactical meeting. Let's see, let's give them the opposition instructions. Defend more narrowly, should we though? Okay, let's go to the team selection because I am going to at least start out with my Standard 1.0 tactic, which is a possession-based system. I don't think I have mentioned that already, but it is, so it's not a counter-attacking thing. This is more to take control of the game, or at least try to do that. We will see where it leads us. We are away, so it could prove to be a kind of risky thing, but let's just do it. And this is the squad to go out there. Baudard in goal, Gavory, Leifis, Van Heusden and Faye as our back four. Lestienne on the left wing, Simero, Bastien and Carcela in the midfield, and striker duo, target man Avenatti and Kopp as our advanced forward. 6 players are still concerned because they lack tactical familiarity with the formation, which I guess is still quite normal. I mean, it is a new tactic. We did play some preseason games, but I can imagine some players are just not quite there yet. Go to match and let's have a look at the Cercle Brugge team. To be honest, I probably don't know that many players. Yeah, Kylian Hazard, who is one of the Hazard brothers, of course. I don't follow Belgian football, so I don't know what to tell you about this team. They are in the same city as Club Brugge, of course, but I don't know what to tell you. Let's just go to the dressing room. Let's pump our fists and say, go out there and impress me. I mean, come on, guys. The first official game, let's do this for us, and let's also do this for Team Rest of the World. Tunnel interview. No team talk has been given. Wow, I didn't even select it. This is probably, yeah. This is coming across as very professional FMing. Go out there and impress me. Now let's go to the tunnel interview. You're about to make your managerial debut. Can you sum up your feelings on an occasion like this? It's a special day. I can't wait to get started in this wonderful job. Let's just go with that. Another question, are you confident Gojko Semirot will perform today? I certainly trust him and I know he's working hard to get to the level we need him to be at. Here we are in Cercle Brugge. Come on. Ooh, almost 15 minutes into the game, and a first highlight, a throw-in for Cercle Brugge, but gets kicked away. No one's there except for Bates, I think. Yeah, still Cercle Brugge with possession. Velkovsky now to Chouameni. Back to Bates. This is a long highlight, and I'm not liking it. I am not liking it. Wasn't that offside though? Oh, come. Are we really going to start off the season with a penalty? What's his decision? Penalty, of course, penalty awarded. Wow. Not really a crowded stand, if you ask me. Chouameni with the penalty. We are 1-0 down. Damn it. First goal of the season, obviously. It's a debut goal. Yeah, so let's skip that. Let's demand more because this is ridiculous. We had one shot. We have an XG of 0.05. Yeah. Almost 40 minutes in and we haven't had a single highlight. This is starting off well. Here we go. Govary with a long throw to target man. Avenatti heads it on. Oh, Lastien. Come on. Come on. Why are there 3 Standard Liège players and still that guy gets to the ball? Come on, man. Halftime. And I mean, we're not like being dominated, luckily. But what is this against Cercle Brugge? We should be doing better. So let's just say pump fist and say, look, you know as well as I do that first half wasn't good enough. Come on, start second half. We are on a balanced mentality. I'm going to shout demand more again and go to positive because, I mean, if we can make anything happen against this team, and it surely looks like it, here we go. Corner kick, Bastia with an in-swinging ball, but gets headed away. Gets another shot at it. A ping pong. Douge Cup. Is it Douge or Douye? I have no idea. And I don't care. He scores his first goal of hopefully many. And we are 1-1. And I think, looking at the match stats in a minute, that is pretty deserved as well, though. And I mean, a lot of luck, but nonetheless, puts the ball into the back of the net. You know what? Let's pause game. Let's do a shout and say fire up. I mean, get that momentum going, I guess. And then also do a first substitution because I bet some players are not having the best game of their lives. Yeah, basically our 2 star players, man. Carcela and Lastien have a 6.6 and a 6.3. Wow. And everyone's, by the way, overwhelmed by the feedback, by the fire up that I did, which is also no bueno. Yeah. Should I get Carcela off since he is having a dreadful game for Amala? Should I do it like this? Yeah, let's go with that and confirm and play ball. Let's do another shout and say encourage then. Okay, some green faces. We are almost at the end of the game. Let's pause game and get Bastia off 4. Should we get him off though? I'm not going to take him off. He is one of our best players along with Simero. Let's get our other striker on. Let's go to attacking because I think, come on, man, we have like, what, 5 minutes left? We should be winning this game. And let's get Jans on for 5. There we go. Confirm changes. Play ball. Come on, Standard. We are the better team. Here we go. New highlight. Bastia to Olare. To Simirot. Bastia again to, I was going to say to absolutely no one. I think we've won a penalty. We have won a penalty. Drama alert. Although, it's not for sure yet. Checking penalty review. Penalty awarded. I have no idea who our penalty taker is. Ooh, it's the advanced forward. Yes, sir. Second goal of the season, obviously. Let's immediately drop down to very defensive and shout a praise if we can. Good penalty though. Boom. Skip, let's praise him, but I think we have done it. We have won our first game. Football Manager Maniac. We are off to a, well, are we off to a good start? Let's just keep it at we have won our first game, shall we? Dressing room. And I am going to kind of act it out, but I am not impressed to say the least. Let's just for now go with outstretched arms. It was an away game, so I am really glad that we have won. But there is some work to do. Well done, lads. That was a good win for us. Everyone's inspired and motivated. Continue. Interview. That was a sensational turnaround. Well, and a fantastic victory. You must be delighted. We're always in with a chance with that group of lads. It wasn't perfect, but it certainly was memorable. I guess that's kind of true, isn't it? That late dramatic goal was something for you to savor. How do you rate that moment? Come on, Jill, what do you think? It was no less than we deserved, and that's true. The whole team kept working right up to the final whistle. Yes. Let's have a look at some fan reactions. Unbelievable result. Oh man, what a great result. Leyodemus looked brilliant. Did he? Was that the guy I brought in as a sub? I'm not sure. Let's continue. As far as the schedule goes, guys, I am not really sure when we will be back because Football Manager Maniac thinks that he will not always have like the same schedule as we do, which I tend to disagree with because we simply started up the game as managers of Standard Liège, so I would think we always have that same set schedule for the first season. But who am I? So I could be wrong. Maybe we have totally different schedules. If that is the case, of course, we will simply have to agree on some dates where we will come back for the following episodes. One thing is for sure, the last episode will in our case be the OHL game at the very end of the season, because that is when we will know who has scored the most league points and takes home the point for this challenge. So guys, that was all for this episode, the first one of 5, and I really hope you have enjoyed it. I'm super glad that we have won our first game. I am very eager to see how Football Manager Maniac is doing, so without further ado, I invite you to come with me and look to his episode and his channel, where he has hopefully lost his first game. There, I said it. If you have enjoyed the episode, guys, feel free to show me some support by liking the video and by subscribing to my channel if you don't want to miss a single thing of this Standard Liège adventure. I can't thank you enough for watching, and I hope to see you very soon.